bridging. Bridging is the way that we move between our chest voice and our head voice. It's the first step in learning to sing seamlessly between chest voice and head voice, and kind of blending them together to the point where they start to become one voice overall. Now, bridging, again, is the first step of this. What we're going to do, we're going to start in our chest voice in still using a lighter mass, okay? And we're going to move into our head voice slowly but surely, okay? We're going to use sliders to do this. Sliders are an exercise where you just slide from one note up to the next and then back. Very simple. Now, as we do this, what I want you to do is start on your lower note. A. You're not going to be overly breathy. You're not going to be, you're not going to increase in volume. You're going to decrease in volume and mass as you move up towards your head voice. And it's going to sound like this. Now, when you first start to do this, it's not going to sound that smooth. There's going to be a lot of cracking of your voice, and kind of as it flips back and forth. That's okay, all right? You don't want to clamp down and start to heavy up your vocal cords. Don't try to pinch at it in order to control it, okay? What I want you to do is just relax and allow your voice to go ahead and crack. And if it starts to crack a little bit, what I want you to do is lighten up. Lighten up the pressure, drop your volume a little bit. Okay? Now, what you don't want to do is shout at, get louder, more forceful, and like start straining and pinching, trying to work your way up the scale and trying to work your chest voice further and further up. That's not going to help. That's not going to accomplish what you're trying to get to, which is a seamlessly bridged and connected chest voice to head voice, to where your low notes sound very similar to your high notes. You can move back and forth. It's all very easy, okay? Singing forcefully and trying to push up to those high notes is not going to work. So a really good metaphor I've been told, simile, an explanation, if you will, visualization of how to move from chest voice to head voice, all right? Now imagine you're standing in water up to your neck, okay? The water represents your head voice. The air above the water represents your chest voice. Now, your chest voice is something you're very familiar with, very easy to move through. The water, a little bit more challenging. Now, your arm is your voice, okay? You're standing up to that water, up to your neck in water, and what you want to do is get your voice through the air, through your chest voice, into the water, through your head voice, and you want to do that seamlessly. What people's instant gut reaction is when they try to move from chest voice and sing higher and higher notes is to push and kind of shove and try to slam their voice through. And what happens is, if you're trying to get your hand through that water and you smack at it, hey, it's going to smack the surface of the water, and that water is going to hit back every bit as hard as you hit, no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you hit it. It's always going to stop you, all right? And the same thing is happening with your chest voice. When you try to push and shove it and strain your way into high notes, you're running up against physics. The physics of sound, the way your vocal cords are constructed, the way air flows between them, it's not physically possible to push your voice higher and higher just using your chest voice. You're going to have to learn to control your breath. You're going to have to learn to control your airflow, and you have to drop your mass down, and you're going to have to learn to lighten your voice as you move into your head voice, okay? There's really no other way to do it. Now, this is going to take a little bit of time for you to get used to, for this to become comfortable and to become part of your singing, but it's well worth it, and it's the only way to do it. There's no other way that you're going to be able to sing all of these high notes that everybody wants to be able to sing any song you want to, any way you want to, without learning to bridge between your chest voice and head voice and use both of them equally. All right? Thanks a lot.